What's the crack, everyone? It's Ollie from B2B Sports here, back with another news bite. Josh Dobbs is him. Honestly, Minnesota Vikings fans, how are you feeling right now? This team certainly brings a roller coaster of emotions, to say the least. Let's rewind it back a couple of weeks. Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay, and Kirk Cousins goes down with a suspected ankle injury. Doesn't look good. You see the replays, it looks like that instant pop in his calf, similar to exactly the same as Aaron Rodgers, and everyone feared the worst, that it was an Achilles injury and he would be out for the season. You know, Kirk Cousins at that time was playing an MVP level, leading the team without Justin Jefferson, leading the comeback, leading the fight back. And Monday, Tuesday, the worst was confirmed. Kirk Cousins is out for the season with an Achilles injury, and it left many questions unanswered. Where are the Vikings going to go this year? Are they going to trade some big pieces and just call off the season and end it at that, or are they going to try and find their quarterback, or are they going to try and go with the rookie? Jaron Hall, and see how he goes for the rest of the season. The Vikings traded for Josh Dobbs on Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. It's an agile quarterback who can run with the ball, but ultimately the Cardinals haven't got much talent, haven't got any players of real caliber on the offensive side of the ball where he could really flourish in his full potential. So there was a lot of question marks around Josh Dobbs when the Vikings first picked him up. Roll on the game against the Atlanta Falcons. Jaron Hall starts. Been preparing Jaron Hall all week. The first drive moves the Vikings down the field into the red zone. Tries to scramble and run into the end zone and suffers a hard hit, which brings Josh Dobbs to the table. His first few possessions were a bit helter-skelter, a couple of turnovers. You know, he quite clearly looked like he was in the deep end, well and truly. But then, in the second half, things all turned around. He was able to escape pressure with his legs, something that the Vikings haven't had for an extremely long time. It's something that I, in my lifetime as a Vikings fan since 2012, I've never seen a quarterback really, other than Teddy, that can run and use his legs comfortably and look calm and composed in that pocket pressure. Josh Dobbs won that game for the Vikings, leading a 75-yard drive all the way into the end zone. What an incredible performance. He got national recognition. The Passionate was going around Pat McAfee to NFL Network to Good Morning Football. People were really rallying behind the Vikings and behind Josh Dobbs. You know, he didn't even know his teammates' names. Been in the side 5 days. He'd been going through reps with the practice squad. Jaron Hall getting the first team reps, and with Jaron Hall still out in the concussion protocol, Josh Dobbs gets another start, and a well-earned start at that, against the New Orleans Saints this past Sunday. And I can't lie, it was one of the most free-flowing, entertaining first halves of Minnesota Vikings football that I've seen in a long time. Even without JJ, even without KJ, no Cam Akers, a banged up TJ Hawkinson, Josh Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings offense got it going. Brandon Powell's really stepped up recently. Obviously, Jordan Addison's is remarkable. I don't know how we've managed to pick up JJ and Addison over the past several years. Addison could quite easily be wide receiver one in another team in this league. I'm just stunned. I'm genuinely stunned at how this has turned around for the Vikings this year, from going from 0-0 to 4-1 all the way to 4-4. Kirk goes down, now 6-4. Incredible stuff. Obviously, the offense struggled in the second half. They allowed the Saints to get back into it. Maybe some conservative play calling from KOC, but you can understand that with an injured Hawkinson. The play calling didn't really help Josh Dobbs' game, and it was multiple 3-and-outs. But Jameis Winston, you're always going to expect a pick with him, especially when they're chasing the game. Mekhi Blackmon with the game-winning pick to seal it for the Minnesota Vikings. And we keep rolling. JJ tweeted out on his socials that he can't wait to get back with his football team, and it's looking like a pretty imminent return. He was in practice this past week, deemed questionable and ruled out on game day. But I think that's just to protect him a little bit. Obviously, we'll have KJ back next game as well. And this team is I don't know how, but it's becoming one of the most dangerous teams in the NFC and potentially the NFL. I can't believe it, man. Shout out Ty Chandler as well. The running game hasn't been great this year. I do like Madison, but he just seems to be running straight into the defensive lineman. But Ty Chandler was running with some pace and was able to find a few pockets of space. But yeah, what are your thoughts, Vikings fans, on this season so far? Can we chase down the Lions? They annoyingly keep winning. They keep winning, and it's frustrating me. But we'll get our chance. We've still got to play them twice this year. We've got Denver up next, and then the Chicago Bears, and it's a bye. But yeah, things are looking surprisingly bright for the Vikings this year. Our playoff hopes look like they were dead and buried, but now they're well and truly alive, and we're coming for that NFC North title. Vikings for the Super Bowl, anyone? I'd love to see it with Josh Dobbs. Can you imagine the story? Incredible. Cheers for listening, everyone. SKOL. Peace out.